You know what? I think we got to do a different type of video. We got to do one for the content creators that are having a hard time trying to get the light balance just right. Now, I'm purposely overexposed right now, and I want to show you guys how to fix that and some of the things that I use so you can get the best lighting, because I'm not going to be the expert on the lighting, but I've got some pretty good lighting accents figured out, and it's really brought my videos to that next level. One thing that I'm using right now is the Olight sphere, and this thing's $15. It's got 50 hours of battery life and 75 lumens, dimmable, has multiple different scenes, and can do a lot for you. I'm going to show you what it can do for you right now. If I turn off this light and we put this blue light behind me, we just created a depth to the video that really didn't exist without this light. So let's go ahead and actually let's make this just a little bit brighter, more intense. There we go. Put this behind me, and you can see where now there's a whole different depth behind me, and it just adds that much more to the shoot while you're showcasing your tools. Now, if I'm going to show you something like this is a multi-tool slash tweezer here, we would probably have this video angled down just a little bit more on the table. We got a blue light behind me for the depth, and we're able to show you this tool. I'd probably at this point turn on this light. We've still got the blue light going on, and now you're going to get different angles and nice reflections as I show you what we're looking at. So give you another example will be one here that we're familiar with, the Knipex screwdriver. You can see all the angles of it. Now you're able to see the blade of the screwdriver as I spin it in the light, and it creates a nice visual for you guys. One thing that I can do is that if I feel like I've got too much white, I can bring my Olight in and I can vary the red so it's not too much, but it's not so washed out white. So see the pink on my hand right here? If I take this Olight away, you can see where now it's just very white. And if I put the Olight back, we get just a little bit more natural color while we're still getting a lot of light for the shoot. So that's something that I've been doing with this Olight. I was using this DigiPower, which is about 60 bucks, I think, at Best Buy. And while it does have a lot of features, this is at 1% power right now, and it's obviously too powerful. So you still got to use this thing far away. You may as well use this, just any light that plugs in by the time you get this thing so far away from you. So this Olight's been a nice touch with just creating that extra kind of background depth, little subtle things. Let's see if we can get let's get a more of a brilliant kind of pink hue in there with some yellows. Put it behind here. We will dim the lights again, and let's see what effect we can get here. Now we got a nice pink tone. I'm going to bring in my main light here. Right there, now we've kind of got this kind of effect going on. We've got the depth, and I still got enough light to show you this. It's a different type of video, but it's still very much detailed. I could add another light over here if I wanted to. We could add one over here, just slightly, to illuminate my face more. And you can see where we're starting to get kind of that, you know, kind of a cinematic look to it that looks pretty decent. My face is fully lit. I've got good shadows on both sides. You can see my face. It's not overly white on any side. And it's just generally a good looking video. Really, the only thing that you're really looking at is the tool in front of you. You've got something in the background that's kind of moving, and then we've got depth to the scene. And as the camera kind of focuses on the light, it might adjust here and there, especially as I cover up different lights and stuff. But for the most part, we've got a pretty good looking video. And for somebody that doesn't know anything about lighting or video and really new to this YouTube thing, only 3 years in, but really only just got this studio kind of figured out a little bit, it gives you some pretty decent starter effects for some videos. So we're going to be trying out this look in some future videos. And I've already done a little bit with videos with this white light here. So if we scroll through, we get this brilliant white. We can dim it down. And instead of using this at 1%, we can put this up here, 75 lumens. See here. Right there. And then we're going to make it maximum brightness. Put that right there. Even better lighting than the DigiPower. So what I had was the DigiPower was up here, and you can see where it's just too much light. The Olight is kind of perfect for whatever you're trying to do. It's not too hot. What you're seeing right now, the heat here, is a ring light that I have, and it's also a little bit too powerful. I find that the Olight gives me a really, really nice balance, and now I'm just going to kind of show you my setup right now. So I'm going to take this off the tripod so you guys can see what's going on. And we've got the Olight up there. We've got this little piece of garbage ring light, but for the price, it is what it is. $15, has a little clamp, plugs in USB, but this is as dim as it goes. So sometimes I gotta point it down here. Also, it puts a ring on my glasses. This doesn't put a ring on my glasses. I'm gonna flip the camera around. You see in my glasses, what you're seeing right there is actually this light. So I'm going to turn off this light right now. I thought I was going to turn off this light right now. Maybe it's up here. Maybe it's in the middle. There we go. Let's go back to my glass. You can see up there you got the reflection, but the camera's down here, so you're never going to see that reflection no matter what you do. And it's a pretty even light. Keep in mind that in this whole room, that's on right now, is that little Olight right there. And that's going to be on for more than 24 hours, just like that. During live streams, it's a really nice fill light. And it's my new to-go light because a lot of times I'm wearing a cap and I want to be able to get the underneath all lit up because up here is covered up by a ball cap. So whenever I turn on the overhead lights, I get a shadow on my face. And I can show you that effect right now. So right now, this is how it regularly looks. This is how I shoot a lot of things. This is how I shot a lot of my videos to start with. When you look, take the head off, you instantly see the light hit my face. It makes a big difference when you're trying to convey your message, right? I'm going to turn on this Olight, and we're going to fill in the bottom of my face here, just like that. And I'm going to show you where I set this Olight. I'm going to show you kind of the before and after. I'm going to cover up the Olight right now. So this is the Olight off. This is the Olight on, and you can see where it definitely fills my face just a little bit more. And if I put it up here, you can see where my face is definitely more lit versus without it. And in the dark, it makes a huge difference. So even less light, more noticeable. If you got too much light, you can always add more red. So let's look at that. Let's turn this light on. This is the one that I usually use to light the bottom of my face here. Probably just have too much exposure for the camera to keep up with. Would be my guess. This is without the light. This is with the light. So you can see where my face is more lit up with this little ring light. And then I'm going to, and just then I had the red on. So let's have the red back on with this lit up. And then look what it's like without the red. Look at what it's like with the red. It's definitely more full and less, you know, so flush, I guess you would say. That's without, that's without, that's with, and then that's with the Olight. So it really fills in the areas that are too lit up and makes them look a little bit more natural, while still allowing you guys to see what we're looking at.